What up, J. Geronimo Wilson?
Aloha. That means hi, right?
Mm-hmm.
It means bye.
It means a lot of things, yeah.
It means hi and bye.
It does.
In this context, it meant hello.
Either this
Context clues.
In this context, or what does it mean in general? What are you asking?
You're just ugly.
Just fussing.
Just
Damn it, Weezy.
Just ugly.
What up, Kai? Kai tuned in.
Is it fuzzy? Is it kind of fuzzy on there? No?
Not well. You tell me.
It looks
I don't see
Does
it.
it look fuzzy to y'all?
I can't see because I'm
sharing.
Sharon. It is a... It's...
I haven't been watching Pornhub. I don't know why it would be fuzzy.
Oh God,
Bruh.
I'm just saying I haven't been.
So it does look slightly
It looks
grainy.
fuzzy.
Something's up with New's phone because his phone always got issues.
When's the last time you had a new phone then?
New clean.
A year ago.
Yeah, wash it.
Try cleaning the thing. Yeah.
It was last
Yeah,
year.
Jay did say it looks fuzzy, so...
How do you know?
Well, we're waiting for it to update.
Y'all look good over here.
We're waiting.
Well,
Yeah, because
two
it's
of
hella fuzzy over
y'all
here.
look good.
Ooh.
One of y'all look, man. It still look fucked up?
Yeah, it still hasn't caught up. There
Mine
we
just
go.
caught up.
Mine is.
What up, Reese?
Still janky looking.
Still?
Is it look better to you? It's very, I mean, it's fuzzy.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yours
getting
looks
better.
than mine.
Well,
That's
mine I think is further ahead than yours.
It is.
Okay, so it just cleared up a little bit better.
But it's still.
JB's is still a little fuzzy too.
yeah.
Jason,
What do
keep
y'all
it-
think?
Jason,
What do
keep
y'all
it
think?
right there.
Okay, it's cool.
It's
Okay,
good.
yeah.
It's
Okay,
right
now
there.
it's cleared up. Okay, you know, New has
Light is
substances
pretty
on
good,
his
too.
phone that inhibit it to work as well as others.
What up,
You
Birdie?
know, as he mentioned before, he does watch a lot of Pornhub.
I don't watch a lot of Pornhub. I mostly watch
So it's
iCloud.
horrible.
He mostly watch iCloud.
My phone
Yeah,
is
he
popping.
says he's never had sex with anyone.
I'm a virgin. My phone is popping.
With your iCloud.
My iCloud, because I videotape other people. I'm a
Voyeur.
voyeur who watches.
Yeah.
Exhibitionist is who does.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a voyeurist.
But I thought you were a virgin.
Right.
I don't have sex. I just do anal
You
sex.
suck
You just
toes?
lie.
Oh my God. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah. Make it stop.
I'm
y'all. Make
sorry.
it stop.
If I had a tablet, I would log in and do some stuff with it.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of tablets, mine crashed like 3 times
Oh.
today as I
No,
was trying to
your
watch
Apple?
XNXX.
Oh.
Man.
Well,
Are
you
we
gotta
gonna-
go to the safe sites. Pornhub is the only safe one.
Is it
And
really?
XNXX and that other thing.
MyFreeBlack.com is really nasty. MyFreeBlack.com.
No, that has plenty of viruses.
That was like
that is the main one with
I
viruses.
really? Yeah.
Every time I go on that joint, I just.
I think that's
be
what
like,
crashed
the
my
fuck?
laptop.
Yeah, it's that one. It's that one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've been using my phone.
Well, I've used various.
We're
Various?
not on the right topic.
Various? But that joint is
To entertain myself.
it's good because I be like, oh, this is like kind of like amateur. I'm like, oh, I didn't hear, but it's always.
Did you
like,
watch that documentary?
Yes.
Yeah, that documentary was shit, y'all.
Yeah, the documentary is really
as
good.
a-
Shout out to Dana.
Yes.
As an orgasm enthusiast, that
Hey, Kai.
documentary was great.
Yes. Never Ending
Oh.
Orgasm on Hulu. You guys need to tune into that because it is thoroughly entertaining.
But I tell you, you're not gonna get to 60 orgasms in 20 minutes.
I know I'm not. I don't even want 60
just
at
say
orgasm.
that.
60 is a lot of
That's a
orgasms.
lot
There are
of
women
fucking
out there
orgasms.
having 60. This one guy was talking about some women have like upwards of 100 to 200 orgasms like
I am
at
not
a
that
time.
chick.
What do you do with your life after that? Like what do you do? Like
Die.
what? Yeah, like
It,
what?
it,
how,
it becomes normal. It becomes your life.
I don't think I want that many orgasms.
I don't. I have things to do.
Yeah.
I don't have things. I
You
don't
know
have
how
time.
long it takes to come like that?
Well, I mean, but I don't know. But those women, you
Fuck.
And I'm wondering how do they measure orgasms? Because now it has me now rethinking like how many times I'm actually coming. Like when I come, because it sometimes is it. Okay, so
It's
All right.
it's a good
It's a very
documentary.
interesting conversation. I will say that.
But I think they were measuring, like, they were doing a lot of different tests. It was like taking science and like pushing it together. And did y'all know that this is really stupid? Did y'all know that the government, like, scientists cannot study human sexuality, like literally like women's sexuality here in America because it's like against some of the federal grant laws to like have sexual images on your computer as a researcher, which means you can't have like pictures of like naked ladies or something. Which I think is really basic. I don't know. That's a stupid law to have. That's why we don't know much about orgasms.
Yep.
So, you know, because the female orgasm has never really been all that important in
America.
culture.
You're
In
right,
culture,
you're right.
thank you.
It's everything to some of us.
Let me also offer this though. Do you really want to open the door for having, you know, lewd or potentially promiscuous images, you know, inside of the context of like a lab or a school? Like if they,
I think the lewd images. I don't think that it's. Honestly,
of course
I think
it's
that
fine,
but
think about the potential for abuse of government resources and property. Like there are. Again, I've worked in IT and the porn drain is like real on
what does
businesses.
That mean?
Like the niggas who look at porn or who participate.
That's different than
or
having
what? Well, but
research.
The thing is that what they do is they shut everything down. You can't go to it at all under any circumstances.
That's not. We're not talking about going to porn. We're talking about doing research on women. We're not talking about watching porn.
But lewd images or allowing people to have that type of imagery on their machines opens the door for them to abuse.
I think you need to get fired if you can't study female sexuality without jerking your meat. Like you're not a man then.
It's
honestly,
not. Well, it's not about. It's not about.
And at what point are we
women.
going to start holding people accountable for being fucking adults?
Yeah, it's
like
not
you're.
About,
It's no. It's about responsibility here. We're talking about fuck doing the research because of lewd images. The female body. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna go with this whole thing of the body is lewd. It's not lewd.
I never said the body was lewd, but I mean, and
what lewd images?
Well, for me, a lewd image is like a sexy image. It's not a nasty or a bad thing. It's just like those images are not. They don't like that stuff in the workplace because it creates the potential for abuse. Like people, if you allow people to look at that kind of shit, they tend to look at that shit when they're supposed to be working.
What if it's the work that they're doing?
That's
what they're doing.
That's really what
that's what
issue
we're
is.
talking about. We're not talking about like a librarian.
For anywhere, yeah. This is like specifically for people
this
is their job.
Clinical research. Like this is like there are literally men out there who are OBGYNs. Are we saying now that they shouldn't be looking
I understand
vaginas? Because that's lewd all day.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying. I'm saying that governments have created a carte blanche rule for this reason, and that reason may not. I was waiting for him to go by.
There is no.
Yeah, I know. I was
just telling you.
Fine. Yeah. So you know, it's a carte blanche rule that exists for that reason, and it's everywhere.
You haven't
it's
given me a
everywhere,
reason.
all over. I just told you because of the potential risk for abuse. You said that it was a law. It's everywhere. It's all over. It's a part of anybody who gets federal funding.
And what I'm saying is that's wrong because we can't do research on feminine sexuality because we can't trust scientists who it is their job to not look at a picture of a female subject and not whip their dick out and take a nut. Like, I don't understand the thinking.
I don't know if that's the fear about whipping their dick out.
Because he just said that they're going to be watching the images and being distracted from work because of the lewd images. So
but
their work is not lewd images. First of all, let's stop with saying that a picture of a female subject like this is a lewd object. If you're a scientist and you can't take a picture of the female body like this when you're doing a study on the female body and you got to do something with it, that doesn't make sense to me. That's a stupid law. And if men can't control themselves like that, that is fucking sad. That's that.
Yeah. Or lesbian women, I guess.
Or lesbian women. Whoever can't control themselves with that shit, that is stupid. Yeah. That makes no sense to me. No.
I agree. If you're a scientist and your job is to study the female organ, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take it upon myself. I'm going back to college. I'm going back to college. I'm gonna go to Spelman and I'm gonna study the female.
No, we don't want you.
Cut the shit.
Gentlemen,
let's get this thing started.
Yes, let's get. I wasn't even a topic, y'all. That wasn't even a topic.
Do we need to get Gilman up here before we get started? Gilman, come on
we
up.
get our sound effects. Come on.
Y'all funny.
I got all the sound effects myself in my nose.
What up?
All the horns needed.
That's not
That's our theme song.
Kickback TV. Kickback TV.
Okay, do the intro.
Let's get it.
Do the intro.
All right. For those who've been watching and like, what the hell did I tune into? That's what happens when you let the ladies take over the show for the first couple minutes. It's all about sex.
No.
Jesus.
That party scene was
I was going to go into the Bible and they just whatever. I got like it's like I'm gonna sneeze like it's right there though. It didn't come.
Bless you.
Hold on. I got it. All right, so she's gonna sneeze next. So welcome to Kickback TV, live from Atlanta, also known as the Black CNN, and the revolution will be televised. I'm new to mayor.
You forgot your shit.
Yeah, he did.
No, I was about to do the rabbit or rider. No, that's not my shit.
No.
The righteous
Oh,
ratchet.
I'm new to me. I'm the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I catch it. If you got it, I'll match it. I'm right back at it.
No!
It's tragic.
Oh, God.
You're tragic.
What's up,
Hey,
y'all?
that's
It's your
him.
girl, Melanie Dion of House Forehand, the queen of creeps, breaker of men, also known as the conscious creep.
What's up, y'all? Happy Sunday. I'm JB Frank. I am that gangster geek representing those nerds with attitude. Hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm Pandora Alexis, aka Curls I Do Adore on IG. I'm the learned hippie otaku, the only one without the alliteration and all that stuff. So,
Yeah,
all that.
this shit whack.
We whack.
You smell whack.
You look whack.
You.
At least I'm pretty on camera.
Ooh.
They can't smell your breath though. In the middle.
You do.
Oh.
Good
I will
Lord.
take one of those. Though. I like.
Good
I
Lord,
like
please
these.
take one.
Let's get into it, y'all. We already running late.
Very.
All right. Kickbackers.
Yeah, man. So,
Yeah, I'm telling him to stop doing that.
They say they like it.
Who said
No
that?
one said
Who is they?
They.
Who is the they?
It's in the or it just disappeared. It was in the
I bet
comments.
it did.
It was on the. It was right there.
Let's get to the topics, y'all. So we don't burn down the bullshit. Burn down the bullshit and take a bubble bath.
so,
Take a bubble bath.
so Prince Harry is getting married, y'all.
Yay, Prince Harry.
Hey,
Yeah,
to
Prince
Meghan
Harry is
Markle.
engaged now to Meghan Markle. And, she's biracial, y'all. Like, I guess
She had sex with men and women.
Biracial, not
Oh,
bisexual.
I didn't hear you say it.
Bilingual is the
I thought he
difference.
said. I didn't know what he said.
So I use the term biracial specifically because that's the way she categorizes herself. She does not consider herself as black or white, but as both, specifically both. That's what she says.
So she's like blight.
Blight, I guess, is the proper politically incorrect term.
What do we call
We
them?
call her blight. Like, that's a
Do we
literal
call her
word.
whack?
Yeah.
We call her whack.
Blight,
It's
blight
like a
is
literal
actually.
word.
Okay,
It's like a kind of horrible thing to say about somebody.
Let's
It's
call her
blight.
whack. Then we'll call her whack. White and
No,
black.
let's just
She's
call
whack.
her mulatto.
Can we
or
just call her?
mixed.
Can we just call her biracial, which is the new word of the day? Apparently.
So she had sex with multiple races.
All right, so
Yeah.
she is. So JB, continue about
There's
your.
a little, there's a little coffee in her cream, a little cream in her coffee, however you want to describe it.
A little bit of
but-
both.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
So she does have sex with multiple.
So at any rate,
Fuck it.
Yeah, just let it
I personally,
I'm just
like,
gonna
if you-
sit back. I'm just gonna.
Yes.
If you look at the concept of nobility and European, heraldry and all of that bullshit, like to have a non-white person enter that matrix officially is actually a very big deal. We have a non-white person officially entering European nobility. I don't know if it's ever happened. Well, actually, I know for a fact that it has happened, but not officially.
Not officially. They didn't know it. They didn't know it.
Yeah,
It has happened, but they didn't know.
Well, I mean, there are rumors about the Medici family and so forth, but that's
Oh,
that's
that's not
for-
even. That's Yeah,
Right.
okay, yeah. We'll just not even cover
Thank you. Thank you. But that's
we
for
won't even. Yeah, there's so many stories. Yeah.
Thank you. That's for another show. So this is the official kind of, coming out party. I guess Harry's got him a little,
And Harry has always loved
little caramel drop. I ain't mad at him.
Had a love for black people because he lives a different life. Harry loved black women. If we just being 100, Megan, was she from the show Suits or whatever? And apparently they met like on a blind date through a mutual friend, and apparently they hit it off. He said he knew he was going to marry her like the day he met her.
And they also, it was nice because they had a little interview. I watched a little tiny bit of it. Anyone who knows me knows I'm obsessed with like London, England, all that, the royalty over there. And he was saying how he thought that her and Diana would get along really well, and he thinks that Diana would have been really happy. Of course, Diana is his mother, if you don't know that.
And the paparazzi killed her pretty much, right?
Yeah, she was running from the paparazzi.
And there's a whole thing, because even Princess Diana wasn't really wanted by the royal family.
She was a black
the queen
too, absolutely.
Yes, the queen was not excited about that at all. She was not.
I wouldn't do that.
You can't just put it on the ground.
Climb over the other side.
So it's also very important to point out that I think that the royal family has changed a lot ever since Diana happened, because they realized like, oh, we're not gonna last very long if we keep doing this fuck shit. So now they're a lot more accepting. I don't want to say that I don't think a chocolate drop would have gotten the spot, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't think a chocolate drop would have made it.
I don't think so either.
I
think Harry knew how black he could go.
He was. Yes, he had.
If he could, I feel like Harry,
the paper bag test. You know the paper bag test.
If he could get one straight from Africa, I mean, and I know that sounds terrible, but like I feel like if Harry could date an African woman, he would. But he knows that there's a certain image that he has to portray in that life, and so he can only go but so chocolate.
But he took it. That's a big step, though.
It is. It is a big
shout
step.
out to him. You know what I'm saying? Once you go black, that's all you want in the sack.
Yeah, that too.
Once you go brown,
Once you go what?
Once you drink rum, you gonna come.
Moving on to our next what the fuck story of the day. Yeah. Thank you, gentlemen.
Shut up.
All right, Nude. So, hot story of the day. It's a hip hop story. As our resident.
Me knew.
Why y'all fucking with my man?
I'm sorry.
That was F. I'm
Why
sorry.
are you doing?
I'm talking to all of y'all. I'm talking to all of y'all.
My man, JB. Best friend I ever had.
You know, with the goddamn
Best friend I ever had. Oh my god.
Y'all gonna make me jump in.
Okay. We got a crew call it too.
That sounds lame as fuck. We got a crew call it too, like.
No.
That's
what you call
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, I'm surprised JB was like, nah. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that.
Nah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That dog don't hunt.
Let's talk too.
What's the fuck story today?
Yeah, let's break down this Mace and Cameron beef, which has escalated. Yeah. I was trying to bring in the resident hip hop expert to break down the beef.
They look terrible.
Hey, the show must continue. I'm allergic to these ladies, so
I'm gonna get you a handkerchief for Kwanzaa, brother.
I told him to get a handkerchief.
I got it.
Dude.
I got you.
So now that the handkerchief matter is resolved,
right? Will you please speak on the matter?
God Almighty, y'all are so distracted.
This nigga got ADD today. I do. Yes.
What are we talking about?
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
So, shout out to 90s hip hop, Children of the Corn, Murder Mace, Killer Cam, Dipset, Bad Boy. It's really interesting because Mace, Cameron had a new album that came out last week. And he had an intro called It's Killer. And on the intro, he took a couple shots at Mace, who people know was notorious for being on Bad Boy, working with Biggie and Diddy and the Locks. And he left hip hop abruptly to start a ministry here in Atlanta. And Alexis. Pandora was a faithful member of his church congregation for like 7 years.
Pause. Time out.
Wait.
Time out. Time out.
6 years. 6 years.
No. Don't you be going telling lies on me like that, Ricky Bobby. I went to his church.
Oh, no.
I went to his church
Bobby.
one time, and yes, I used to be Christian. One time I went to his church. It was the fuck terrible. He was telling cancer patients not to take their medicine. No, he was. Yes, no, he's not. I do not. No, I was like, oh, he's just in here telling them all kinds of stuff. Just horrible. Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good on that.
So basically, after Pandora left his congregation, Mace was all confused and he was upset about what Cameron said. And he released a track called The Oracle last week. And on this, we were on break for Thanksgiving, Turkey Day holiday. And he went in on Cam. Cam responded, and they did a battle test, and Mace won the first round of the battle. He said that Cameron fucked his own sister. He said a lot of crazy things. And then Cameron,
you always gonna be my bitch because you got my name.
You got my name tatted on you. You always gonna be my bitch.
Right.
You wear pink because you trying to match because you gonna call a pussy. Because you a pussy, so you trying to match yourself with pink with your pink outfits. And Cam, that was a good one, right? That was a good one. And then Cam went on a Breakfast Club and was like, I don't have a sister.
No, nigga, but you do wear
pink.
pink.
My mother had one child, and he's like, I wore pink, but Mace was wearing it with me. Like, we were both wearing pink. We made pink. I don't understand that diss. And he was like, everything Mace said about me was just weird. It was like, because I fucked Mace's sister. But I don't have a sister.
That was fucked up. He had to say that. I fucked Mace's sister.
But for the record, Mace's sister looked like Mace.
Oh, come on.
So he almost played himself. I was like, whoa, why did you want to? Why would you want to?
Mace got a big ass head, boy.
Whoa, people say I look like Mace. Don't do that.
You don't look like Mace.
Oh, high five.
Yeah, I'm gonna high five you.
They say that in the Jagged Edge Twins, but people like.
And I said you don't look like them either, so
you don't look like Mace.
Let me see if my man watching. If my man watching this show tonight, because I told you, remember the Mace meme he made of me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was like, and everybody like, you look like you.
Yeah, for that one particular thing, but like on
I look like More Money, More Problem Mace.
What?
Without the beard, because back then I ain't no beard. Now I got the thigh tip and the pop and the probably look different.
So Mace basically lied.
The thigh tickler. I thought he said thought tickler, and then I realized he said thigh tickler.
I thought he said thought tickler.
I thought you said thought tickler, and that's why I was like, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, thought tickler. I was like,
he said thought tickler.
I said thigh tickler.
Indistinguishable. I mean,
I thought
we're talking new Latin here.
Right. And it would have fit for him to say thought tickler.
I knew that he would not have said.
Hold on. It would have fit for me to say thought tickler. You are something else. This is the Lord's day.
Let's take a small break. Allow JV to address the camera. He actually said thigh tickler. He did say that. But it wouldn't have been necessarily out of the realm of possibility
for him to say
thank you, baby.
Wow, y'all.
When your brother tells on you,
that's your twin. You're two, right? Your best friend.
I'm not. Hey, I didn't.
That's your man.
I didn't throw him under the bus.
That's your
I
man.
just told her that the bus was coming. That's all
your
I
man.
said.
Wow.
So go ahead, clean it up, Ricky Bobby.
First of all, I'm a virgin, so it's
see, like
that's
I said.
first.
Like I said.
Wait for lightning to strike.
You're virgin in one way.
Like I said, I'm already.
What, you got virgin hair on your face? Is that what that is? Because ain't nothing.
And the lie detector comes to say that's a lie.
Yeah. The lie detector
cut his mic off.
That's a lie.
Government, cut your own mic off.
Hey y'all, yeah. So, y'all got my boy sweating.
He'll be like, y'all just give me the once over. So what happened with Macy Cameron? What ended up happening?
So as of right now, Mace on the battlefront, Mace kind of won, but on the realism and the truth front, Cam won. It's like Mace is just weird, and it's like you can say anything bad about somebody if it sounds good, but you get a point, huh?
He's pretty much Donald Trump.
He Donald Trump. Makes Donald Trump the battle. That's something that happened with Jay-Z and Nas. Nas was just lying, and Jay-Z had all facts.
Alternative facts.
Yeah, alternative facts. It's just weird. But what do you guys think about Mace and Cam? I think Mace won the verbal battle, but Cam is going to win the war easily because Mace's career is this. He was with Diddy. He left to do church. He was with G-Unit for a minute, left again, and then this Cam. Cam's career is he had his first record deal, Mace helping him out. He had Dipset over at Rockefeller. He left, did Dipset even bigger. He did Dipset even bigger, and then 10 years later, he's still Dipset. Like, Cam has a career. Mace had a moment in time. So, I get an edge to Cam. But the battle, the two songs,
yeah, I'm gonna say, but
Mace won that. Mace won that battle.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it was live.
Yeah,
but you know what? That's scary because that's how motherfuckers, like, people say, well, Drake is a great rapper anyway. I don't care if he wrote it. Like, that's kind of the whole point. He didn't write it. And like Mace and Cam, like Mace had a great song, but it was all lies. That's kind of the point. We starting to get into that weird area where we let people win when they shouldn't. Like, that's how these whole side chicks start winning. We start letting anybody win. I'm just saying, like, that's how that happened. We saw that they won. And like, no, they didn't. Sure, side chick, how you win? You know what I'm saying? You side chick. By definition, you can't win. But you know, side chicks is winning. Side chick. You don't live in a house, bitch. Well, anyway,
that's what we were tricking off of.
That was a far.
It was, but you know, just letting No go on his random new thoughts.
Right. We were like,
I'm just saying.
Random ass new thoughts.
Random ass new thoughts.
Yeah.
Rant. That's acronym for rant. Random ass new thoughts.
Alright, shut up, stupid.
Let's move on to that show.
The Shut Up Stupid Award.
Yes.
You trying to give me the shut up? I'll burn you. I'll burn you.
The Donald Trump Shut Up Stupid Award is once again, first of all, won by
Donald. It's
Fo-5, El Presidente Donald Trump. And this idiot, I can't even really describe the tweet that I saw because it was so
Somebody read it.
grammatically. I just posted it on my timeline if y'all want to check it out. But it is
says,
grammatically incorrect.
Mel's
Stupid.
gonna read it.
Please proceed.
we should have a contest as to which of the networks, plus CNN and not including Fox, is the most dishonest, corrupt, and or distorted in its political coverage of your favorite president, me. They're all bad. Winner to receive the fake news trophy.
And that's your president.
he's a whole fucking little.
Remember Rock was all dignified and suit on and
See you
spoke,
later.
and you were just proud and just
stop.
You felt like Al Green was gonna come on at any minute, like every other sentence you was like they're about to play Al Green. Like I know something about to come on. And Trump is just like the antithesis of that. He's like the like it is so weird to know that that's literally the president.
That nigga put your favorite president and put in parenthesis me. Oh my
Your
god.
favorite president. Who
does that?
That's the kind of shit that Pandora said. Like your favorite host. Like you know what I'm saying? Like who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Who
Show
does
do that.
Wow, you brought that on yourself.
He sure did. He walked himself right into that shit.
What are y'all saying?
We can pull up old shows.
Really?
No, we can't.
So
I've
the
deleted
leading
them all.
element you just saw
JB,
was an
I
art called
can't.
self-deprecation. That is what just happened. So Donald Trump is an absolute fucking fool. This tweet reminded me of the bullshit that we see on Facebook that fuck niggas say
I think it's
when
so
they're
funny I
trying
slapped
to
his
defend
knee.
crazy. Y'all are awful. Y'all are awful.
Woo! Sorry,
You're
JB.
too close, man.
Okay.
Absolutely ridiculous. I am appalled that our president apparently can't write English within
We
the
knew
context
that,
of
though.
255 characters or less.
140.
Yeah, you're right. So
Yeah, you're right. I always thought that.
yeah, I got
55 characters. I was
to
like, that's random number. Fantastic.
Nope, he can't.
I mean, come on,
I mean,
y'all.
we already know he has a very limited vocabulary. So, are we really
No,
surprised?
hold on, Mel. He did make up a new word called Fifi. Don't shit on him.
And what was the country? Nambia.
Yeah. Did y'all see what Dictionary.com's word of the year was?
What?
Dictionary.com they put out a tweet that said, our word of the year is kafifi. And then they were like, no, we're just kidding. The word of the year is it's right in the window. I forgot it. It's right there. It starts with a C. And I just forgot it.
Why'd you even bring it up?
Because it's so good. It's so good. Okay. Somebody.
So find it and let us know.
There
you go.
Why'd you bring it up?
That's what Mel said.
He said, why'd you bring it up? It's so good.
I said, it's so good.
Yeah, why'd you bring it up? It's so good.
That's what Mel said.
It's so good.
Yeah, so.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's also
This
the
is it.
C-O-C-K.
Okay, so. So this is the tweet. They said basically, the tweet. They said the word of the year is kafifi. Just kidding. The word of the year is complicit. Complicit means choosing to be involved in a legal or a questionable act, especially with others, having partnership or involvement in wrongdoing.
Also collusion.
Also collusion. So I just thought that was a great thing for dictionary.com to do. Kudos.
Well,
I do enjoy people going at Trump, but I wish we can get some results behind all this shit. But I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it though. So
well, I mean, we're gonna if it's just such a scary thing to have Mike Pence in office, man. It's still just.
If people scared of Hillary, they scared of Mike Pence. Trust me.
Come on, yeah.
I'm so tired of
that
fear.
Mike Pence can at
the
least
fear
write
is
in English.
irking me.
As long as
Hillary.
I want y'all. I just want to avoid nuclear war, and I feel like Mike Pence would avoid nuclear war. That's all I'm asking. I just want to avoid nuclear war.
I want to have a president who
can actually write and speak English. I would really love that. It's our native language.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I mean,
to be able to communicate without making a complete ass of himself always.
Our president is a delusional person who believes that he is the victim of everything. And speaking of delusional people who think that they are victims, thank you.
Excellent.
Let's move on to Tyrese. Focus. Linda, listen. Okay, I need you to focus.
She wasn't snapping at you. She was snapping at her.
Oh,
I'm snapping at both. Listen. I'm breaking it up.
You back snapping?
Yes.
Oh, you snapping men and women?
Yes.
Oh, well. Wait a minute. Welcome to Throw It Back TV.
Throw It Back TV. Throw It Back TV live from the bedroom.
Well done.
That sounds like a channel. Okay.
It does.
That sounds like a
Ricky
channel.
the Rich. Hold up. Y'all didn't hear that. Y'all didn't hear that.
It was a horrible episode.
Nobody heard it.
Well, it's been documented, so, you know.
Yeah, it's our intellectual property.
That's right.
Okay.
So Tyrese.
Anyway, Tyrese. Y'all.
Jesus.
Y'all.
This idiot. This fool. This
Who
fucking
wants to?
JB got like.
Yeah.
What's up,
JB's like.
He's like bubbly.
Because I'm struggling with this shit because at first I was like this man needs help, like let's reach out to him, but then the fuckboy shit got worse, and then we look up and we hear it was all lies. All lies, all ridiculousness, all foolishness. Like what the fuck are you doing, young?
So let's recap. So
let's recap.
A few weeks ago, Tyrese was on Instagram. Made this whole video crying and shit about how his ex-wife or his baby mama was keeping his daughter from him and asking for like this ridiculous amount of child support.
He's paid all these ridiculous
fees. He
don't have money.
One at a time.
He's supposed to be getting $5 million. They're just contributing $5 million from Will and Jada Smith. And like almost immediately after he said that, Jada was like, Nah, fam, that's not true. He's not, there's no money that we're supposed to be giving him, nothing like that. So now, here we are, fast forward like a week or so later, after everything's been settled in court and you see pictures of him, you know, walking down the beach with his daughter, come to find out everything was a fucking lie. Like, everything was a lie. His current wife is not pregnant.
Nope.
He's not having any money troubles.
Nope.
Like
Will and Jada.
Yeah. Will and Jada never gave him money.
It was never even on the table.
It was never even on the table. Yeah.
They called that nigga to be like, man.
Yeah, I mean they're friends.
And they were like, "Yo, bruh, what the fuck is you doing?
Exactly.
What the fuck is you doing?" Jada, Will probably was like, "Jada, you gave him $5 million." Jada's like, "No, the fuck I didn't."
He's like, "Bitch, you lied. I kill you. I kill you."
Call a nigga right now.
Put him on speaker.
Put it on speaker. Yo, that's a throwback.
I was Hancock today. Will, you fucking nigga up. Like, hey, put him on speaker, Jay. Put him on speaker. West Philadelphia, he's born
Will
and
is
raised.
a beautiful
You know,
preacher.
white
most of his days.
hanging outside, relaxing and cooling.
Shouldn't be outside of school.
And a couple of guys who
Say
got
no
no good.
Started making trouble in the neighborhood.
He
You got one little wife, one got sick. So you moving with your husband up in Bel Air.
So, Tyrese, I think we all gave it the benefit of the doubt because he said he's on some new medication.
At first.
He's on some new medication, and I don't know. I know medication can make you act a little loopy, and it can be extreme. I don't know that it make you just lie about everything. I don't know that.
Everything.
If I'm wrong, correct me.
Never heard.
But I don't know that it make you lie about everything.
All of that.
Can I speak as the only one who has been clinically?
Yes.
As the person who I am bipolar, I am manic depressive, whatever the fuck you want to call it. As somebody who has gone on to different cocktails, yes, the fuck medicine can make you do that shit. Medicine can drive you
a whole
medicine can drive
story.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, because the thing is when you take that medicine, you have to take it for at least a month so that the cocktail works into your system. Mm-hmm. And that shit can start fucking with you. And it also takes a bit for that shit to get out of your system. So, yes, medicine can do that to you. Especially when you already have an issue. If you're already depressed and then you go onto a medicine that is not affecting you well, it's called a cocktail. For those of you who don't know, it's called a cocktail. They give you different drugs to take at different times of the day, or it might be one drug. But the thing is you have to try different cocktails to get to your cocktail because everyone is different. So, yes, cocktails can definitely drive you fucking up the wall. They can drive you down into a ditch. One of the reasons I'm not on medication right now.
So, do JB and Mel owe Tyrese an apology on the air?
I don't. Now at the same time, there is also some culpability with him as an individual. You can't only blame the medicine. This is still an underlying problem, and he does have mental health issues. And I applaud Tyrese for going to get help. And I think the black community, honestly, we got to be a little more soft with those going through mental issues. He did some fuck shit. He definitely lied. He definitely said some shit. Let's not say, oh, well, it's okay, Tyrese. We're just going to da-da-da. Call him out on his bullshit. But it sounds like the man knows what he did. In all honesty, mental health is a hell of a ride. Like, it's a hell of a goddamn ride. And sometimes it's not the prettiest of rides. And that's just how I feel.
Okay, so you changed my mind a little bit. I'm gonna amend my statement to Tyrese. Tyrese, I'm praying for you, bruh, still. But you said in this sort of update where you kind of tried to put the shit back in the horse, I paid all my legal fees myself. So now it's time to listen to those motherfucking lawyers and get the fuck off social media.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Because I know for a fact that every single one of your lawyers is like, yeah. Cut his mic off. Cut
the shit.
Like cut the Facebook.
Cut the take all the passwords, off. Just like we should Trump. Take all the passwords.
Cut it, player.
Hold up. Tyrese just beat me. He just paged me.
He just paged him on his pager because we still do those.
No, he got a two-way.
He said, thank you, New, for all your support.
Oh, so you got a two-way.
It's a two-way page. It's a two-way pager. He said, thank you, New. He said, thanks to Pandora for clearing that up. And JB and Mel, to hell with y'all, something like that. It's cool. Cool. So I'm moving on next story.
Let's move on then.
Shout out to Tyrese, my nigga.
Baloo.
I'm going to hit you when the show over.
The Baloo Senior High School Grind and Shine Award goes to LeBron James and his school.
LeBron James.
Shout out to the king.
Yeah, I mean, this is a hell of a thing, though. I read about this, and it's awesome because we talk about a lot of movie stars, celebrities, whatever, who start schools. And one of the things that you pointed out weeks ago, New, is they're not doing it here. They're not doing it in our country. LeBron James's I Promise School is in Akron, Ohio, which is his hometown. Shout out to Akron. I know some folk from Akron. Yeah, it's a spot that needs
Baby
help.
Mike, I want my $10. Akron. Go ahead, W.
It's a place that needs help, for real. So he's reaching out to troubled children. He's restructured the educational program to focus on academic consistency. So they are starting school weeks earlier than normal schools do. They are going to school for longer days to obviously keep them out of the streets, right? And to get them building solid work habits, to make it a part of their normal life to study. I love it, man. Grind and Shine Award goes to LeBron James and the I Promise School.
Absolutely. And, I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I haven't been. Well, no, I mean, I appreciate this, but I mean, like on basketball, I picked Jordan over him. I picked Kobe over him. I know, she's so like, God damn.
But wow.
Republicans.
Y'all just fine. Keep fussing. Go ahead. It's fine.
But yeah. So I look at it like I haven't been the biggest LeBron fan. I've been battling with him, his legacy versus Kobe, and his legacy versus LeBron. But what he's doing outside of sports has really made me like. He's slick becoming one of my favorite players. When this is all said and done, he might be placed as Isaiah Thomas on my list just because of what he's doing for the culture. I mean, he's the first to speak on social issues. He sent, I think it was 300 kids from Ohio to college and their parents. So if their parents weren't well educated, he's going to get them educated as well. Now we started the school. I mean, we don't have enough show to list all the philanthropic things that LeBron James has done for the black community. And I know some people will be like, well, they did it for, fuck you. The black community. What LeBron has done for us, we don't have enough time to list it all. So I'm just like, maybe he don't have the killer instinct that Jordan and Kobe had. Maybe he do complain too much.
But he makes up for it.
No, I have not, in my lifetime as an adult, I haven't seen an athlete who's that involved in the black community that has that much of a vested interest in us. Gotta shout out Colin Cap. I talked to him yesterday, and he was just. We'll talk about the whole NFL and their new money thing and how Cap feels about it.
He's in a rarefied air now. We're talking, Muhammad Ali, Walter Payton, Arthur Ashe, those types of athletes. That's where he's setting up his legacy and his greatness. You guys,
it's her.
It's her. So, it's really her.
Okay. Always.
All right,
you see the movie? So,
Lex, it's all your fault. Damn it.
Darn me.
See how easy that was.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I'm cowed.
So,
I love it. Perfect.
I would have never called you a cow. Just for the record. My ninja.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay. So.
Shout out to LeBron, man.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Shout out to LeBron.
You get the Balloon Senior High School Grind and Shine Award. We appreciate you, my G.
Yeah, good stuff there, LeBron. Good stuff.
What else we got, family?
There's some motherfucking pizza. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, JB. Can we do the show?
JB pulled a me. I'm usually the one asking about food. I'm gonna go home and fuck up these movies.
Speaking of food, I want to talk about a snack, a meal, a delicatessen. Nola Darling.
Ooh, with them eyes, honey. Them eyes.
Well, the ladies got.
Hey, she is not an unattractive woman.
Oh, she on the list?
No.
Okay, is she on the list?
No.
I'll take that.
But she cute though.
She cute. She cute.
That was the Gelman stamp of approval. We're gonna talk about She's Gotta Have It. So if you need to tell a friend right now. We get into it in 10 seconds.
He always has issues with that shit.
Gelman, get it together.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Mars Blackman, come on, Mars.
Oh, shit. Hey, Mars is the best one.
I agree.
Okay, so I didn't like Mars at first, but because when he first came on screen, you did tell me, they were like, they sold him real heavy, but I'm a fan of Mars. I like him.
Mars was Spike Lee, for those who didn't see the actual movie.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan, let me clear this all up.
Yeah.
She's Gotta Have It is a 1986 adaptation of a movie, Spike Lee's first movie.
2017 adaptation.
Yes.
19.
Right, because you spent
86 movie.
1986.
That's why I got y'all with me. If I could do it all right, I would be by myself.
If you wasn't correct, it wouldn't be right.
High five. Do you know what it's started? So, oh shit. So I remember when She's Gotta Have It first hit the theaters. It was in black and white because Spike Lee had no money. It was the first movie he ever did. But I remember all my older cousins saying how freaky it was. I'm like, oh, I gotta see this movie, but nobody would. I was like 9 or 10. Nobody would take me to see the movie, so I didn't see it until it was on VHS. But I heard how freaky it was, and I heard it was all this girl was fucking out. Oh, I gotta see the movie! Ah! So I eventually saw it, of course. And in 2017, Spike Lee, of course, did the adaptation of it, which made it a television series on Netflix, of all places. Genius. And I'll throw this out there, and we'll continue, but I'm going to give you a point of reference if you haven't seen the movie. I would call it insecure-ish. I'm not confusing the two. I'm just saying insecure-ish to give you a reference point. I like the show a whole lot. I love all the characters. I remember them from when I was a kid. You know what?
We're not doing any spoilers, right? We're just talking about the general.
Sean mentioned that he was going to leave to avoid spoilers, and I didn't know what anyone was going to say.
Well, the show's been out for a couple weeks, so are we not doing spoilers?
The show has been out for a couple weeks.
I'd be okay with doing spoilers.
I think we're talking about the show.
Okay,
yeah.
So as of right now,
we'll bring them back.
I don't want anybody to leave, but we're going to talk about the show.
Yes, so if you can turn it down or just don't leave or come.
And this is what happens when we're done talking about. She's gonna have it.
We'll go on break.
We'll go on break.
I'll do a big hug.
Please stop. I was drinking mimosas this morning, just shaking my head all around. We were lit this morning.
Why weren't we there?
We had a party this morning. Oh my god, y'all have no idea. We'll talk to y'all about it after the show.
I wound up making breakfast this morning.
We'll chat after the show. We'll chat after the show.
That's what they do.
You know what?
That's what they do.
Y'all are going to Amsterdam without it.
You too close.
Anyway, sorry. Okay, we're back.
Stop.
It's hot, bro.
It's not that hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
We are family. Talk about the show.
Okay.
Family.
Oh, show. He got up and did it.
Right, even the whole shit. All right, let me get down.
She got me a hype. That's Sister Sledge. I know that song. That's Sister Sledge.
Yeah.
Knew was that uncle that you take to the barbecue and be like, Shorty grow up.
Why would I be the uncle?
You are the uncle.
I am not. Oh my God.
Yeah, you are.
You're the inappropriate uncle.
Hey, yo, you know,
you too?
That's your little friend over there? You brought your friend to the picnic? Yeah, how old you are? You 19. How old your friend?
And then we like 65 and the old senior guys at the picnic. That's gonna be good.
Remember the old white dude at the visa?
Yeah.
The old tall white dude at the visa. That's not gonna be me. That's not gonna be me. Do you remember that? Yeah. The old white dude at the visa nightclub.
Yo, he was getting in every Friday.
Yeah, everybody. That would have spotted Ralph. His name was Ralph. And Ralph would just be white boy Ralph, and he'd be dancing all the baddest girls. He was dimes.
No bullshit.
Would be fucking with white boy Ralph.
49, 50.
I'm sure that a lot of women
glasses.
I'm sure they
nerdy as fuck. Nerdy as fuck.
He knew what he was there for, and they did too.
Everyone
knew why Ralph was there, and Ralph knew why he was there. So there was a happy little meeting of people and minds and other organs. 15
minutes entertainment every night.
Every night,
15 minutes is all it took for him to pick one out of the bunch.
Oh, it was like throughout the whole night, but then it was like always one scene.
Where they would put the spotlight.
On Ralph. You know whoever had the spotlight got slid a little extra something the first time that happened for Ralph, because Ralph wanted to be the big man in the club. Come on, little lady, come on over here, get you some of this old white man money.
Ass in a circle.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay. She's gotta have it. She's gotta have it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so she's gotta have it.
Ladies,
love this.
I want to let the ladies.
Yeah, please. Yeah, that's a good point.
Do you want to go first? Or
Do you want to go first?
See, that ain't bringing up other shit.
What
We'll
color
tell y'all about
that shoe?
What color is that cooler? I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you,
Let's play again.
Oh my God.
That's all I gotta say. Let's play again. That's
So,
all I gotta say.
She's gotta have it. She's gotta have it. I guess I'll go ahead and go first. I adore it. She's gotta have it. I love it. I've watched the entire series. Of course, we all have, I do believe. If you follow me on Facebook at any time, you know that I'm a big proponent for sexual freedom for all people, whether that be male or female. Especially, I talk about females, though they are near and dear to my heart, of course.
Really?
I'm a woman, so yes, they are near and dear to my heart because I'm a woman.
Tell me more.
Anyway, so She's Gotta Have It is basically about it's about Nola Darling. She has 3 men. Mars, Greer, and Jamie. She's very free spirited in the way she thinks. She does.
She confused all this.
Yeah. Well, I mean that. Look, the thing is Nola is out here behaving as the traditional male ideal is behaving. So she's out here living her life, doing whatever. And as we all know, people have issues, which is something that I've heard mentioned. I would definitely mention the generational divide. I've heard men of your age, I think, are more. We're from different generations.
Men of what age do what?
You're a different generation than me. You're not. Are you a millennial?
That's true.
I mean, what are you saying? Men of my generation, what?
I'm sorry.
What kind of generalization are you making?
She didn't finish the
It is
statement.
like a generalization.
It's not. I didn't finish the statement.
It was Gelman. What are you pointing at me?
I didn't point at you.
Your thumb is pointing at me.
Okay. So I will say that men of your generation seem to be a little more on board with She's Gotta Have It. Saying like, okay, well, this is nice to see, Whereas men of my generation, I've been seeing are a little bit more pissed off about it, a little more offended about. Yes, and it's interesting to me.
Why?
It's
because millennial men are fucking sensitive as pussies.
That's where, and honestly, that's what.
Because
wait. Because honestly, yes. Okay, a lot of these men are out here really perpetuating these certain ideas. I think a lot of the men my age have a problem with She's Gotta Have It because it takes the power away from men. And a lot of these men are used to holding that type of power over women. Traditionally, women are supposed to be the ones who are being played, not men. Women are not supposed. I'm just telling you traditionally what people think of. When we think of a woman having multiple men, people turn their nose up at it. What is it when a woman sleeps with 2 men? It's a train instead of her owning her sexuality.
No.
Wait.
No. That's incorrect. I believe a train is where if 2 men. If it's 2 men and 1 woman, and the 2 men don't interact with each other, they're not bisexual, and the woman goes to both of them, that is a train because the men don't touch each other. If I was with 2 women and the 2 women don't interact, that's more a train than a threesome. A threesome is when all 3.
So then, can you have a train ran on you?
Yes, I've had a train ran.
Whoa.
Well.
And we're gonna go to commercial break.
So
the virgin over here.
No. I was saying in my mental mind.
You had a train ran on you. Okay.
No,
that's fine.
that's
fine. You had a train ran on you. You had a train ran on you. New life had the trains ran on you.
Cut my off. If 2 women have sex with a man and the 2 women refuse to interact with each other, to me that's still a train.
Then you had a train ran on you. Okay, cool.
Be proud.
Yeah, be proud of the train you got ran on. No, okay, that's fine. If we can definitely.
I'll put it this way.
I want to shout them out for full Washington.
There are definitely times where the man is the station and multiple stops are made.
Okay.
I like that, David. I like that.
Okay,
everybody. You gotta go through different tunnels.
Okay, we can have a train ran on them too. Cool. That's fine. If we can objectify men and look at them as sexual objects to be used in that way, then okay.
Well, basically, Nola has 3 lovers,
I don't
and
mind
she is
at all.
owning her sexuality. She's very open.
Yes.
With all of them, they all know that the others exist. They
Yes.
do not realize that
Yes, they all know each other exists.
Yeah, absolutely.
They all know each other exists.
Have you watched
They don't know
it?
details. They don't know details.
I watched with y'all. I didn't realize that there is.
Yeah, she tells them that there's other men.
They know that it's somebody else.
Yes.
They don't know it's one other person.
They don't
know it's 2 other people.
They don't
They don't know what it is. They know it's something else.
They know that they are not the only person that she's dealing
Yeah,
with.
and it's none of their business.
Then it's all fair and good.
Yeah, exactly, and it's all fair and good.
I ain't got no
Exactly. Now, if she was
problem.
playing them, that's different because that's what a lot of men are out here doing. I'm not gonna say
It's
all,
all fair.
but a
Women
lot
doing
of
it
them.
too. Women doing it
Okay,
too.
wait. I'm not saying that
I
women.
don't want to all
We're
lives
not-
matter. I'm sitting up.
You're too close.
I'm not saying that all.
We twins.
Okay, stop trying to age me.
We twins. Go ahead. Come on, twin sister.
So as Mel was saying, yeah, she's free spirited. She's out here doing her thing. I've heard a lot of people mention that Nola.
Goddamn cashmere, of course you hot.
I just know that she wearing a sweater
fucking sweater on that white.
It is 65
We're
degrees
in
today.
your house. Like, it's always fucking igloo in here.
It is always cold. It is
I
always
have
cold.
to prepare myself for whatever I could potentially walk into.
That's a good point.
So no, I'm starting them around.
The temperature 75.
No, let's start.
Normally hot in here.
Yeah, it's
I'm just waiting.
toasty in here.
Can we do the show, guys? Thanks.
That's the nigga who been interrupting the show the whole time.
Yeah, she niggas you.
I did.
Well, I told you about this N-word. No, well, actually, you got the complexion for it. You call me nigga.
Oh.
Can we cut his mic off and turn the AC down?
And now we will go to a commercial break.
So Nola Darling, watch the show. It's really good.
Continue, please. I'd like to hear this. Okay, so men of your generation.
Men of my generation, I feel, do not like the fact that they are somewhat being robbed of their power, I feel like, because traditionally black women especially are told to struggle with a man and be down in the dumps and be basically by his side as he plays her. So it's nice to see it's refreshing to see a black woman own her own sexuality, going through life, trying to get herself emotionally to a better well-being, while being free and not really caring what others think about her.
It also deals with the complexities of dealing with that many people too, because with her having that many people in her life, because she has 3 men and a woman.
Yes.
And
Jesus,
Opal.
beautiful.
Wait a minute.
Opal.
Shout out to
Opal.
Opal. Shout out to Opal.
Opal is a beautiful.
I think it's episode 4.
Yeah.
Minute 23
Opal.
when they have their sex scene. It's a guess. More than once.
Play that again.
What were you?
That was a great
I'm sorry,
day.
my brain.
Yeah, you just
got
switched to
sidetracked.
Opal, didn't it? Nasty. Yeah, that she was like, huh? What was I talking about?
Opal?
So she was talking about the intricacies of having 3 men.
And just it distracting her from her being able to focus on her. Shut up.
She can't even get her
whole
thought.
beard off.
That sound like
and
it
no
would
more
hurt.
thought tickler.
Damn.
Finish.
I knew that was coming. Yeah, I said it that way on purpose too.
But no, yeah, there's a lot to deal with when dealing with that many people. So it addresses that issue too, and her not being able to solely focus on her work.
I'm making some cute cards from now when we talk about Opal. Because she can't focus.
Yeah, she can't focus. So Nola Darling, it's an excellent show. I enjoy it. I like the fact that the female lead is kind of doing her thing. I had a little thing. I just wanted her character to be maybe just a little more. I said bossy. No. She was fine. I was happy with.
I wanted to be a little more what?
A little I guess she's gotta have it, so it couldn't be that. But I'm starting to get a little nervous that whenever they show a black woman in power and taking over her life and in full control, it's manifesting predominantly through her sexuality. That's my only it's not even a knock for real. But I'm just starting to go, whenever I see a show where a black woman is the lead and she got her shit and she a boss and she doing this and she on top of the world and can't nobody tell her what to do, it manifests itself through her sexuality. And I just was like, I want that in there because I'm not going to watch it if I appreciate the sexuality, especially in Opal. But I just wonder if it's in the quest for gender equality, is it being over-sexualized? And I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer. It's just a question.
Can I say something real quick? Because I think that looking at it as these women in power and doing this and that's not what these shows are about. This show is about the normal female experience, the normal black female experience. And the thing is, as a black female, I have been told that having any type of sexual desires makes me a hoe. You can't.
Who you been talking about?
So
please don't invalidate my experience.
I'm not invalidating.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the faces that were just made. Because everybody just was like, I did, because the faces, because
we all made the same
face. Okay. In disbelief as to how these.
Okay, and that's fine. That's fine. But okay, fine. But all I'm saying, y'all, is what I'm saying stands. Because me as a black female, I have been told to have sexual desires and to want to sleep with a man is bad. That is what I
understand that.
And
I believe you. Okay,
wait. I just shared on my Facebook today. A man made a status. How many women can say they've only slept with 2 men this year? I'll wait.
Say it again.
That's something I see all the time from dudes. How many women can say they've only slept with 2 dudes this year? I'll wait.
Wow.
And then all these girls are like, well, me too. Well, me. No, I keep my legs closed. I'm a good girl. Well, no. So for me, to see a normal woman owning her sexuality, that is important. Because our girls are not shown that. We are not shown that we have that power. We are shamed for it. We are told you are a hoe. We are told, in fact, that we are supposed to sit at home and wait for this black man to come back and decide to stick his dick in us while he's out there sticking his dick in all these other women. That is what society has taught me, is that I am supposed to struggle and wait and be patient and close my legs and sit here and wait for my perfect man to come. I'm just telling you what society has told me.
I believe you. I'm on record saying I don't want no good girl. I don't even understand. So that kind of thinking don't really resonate.
Anything you're good at requires practice. So I'm not mad if you are well skilled like that. Steel sharpens steel. Fuck it. Like I'm all about sexual liberation, and let's just call it what it is, because that's what it is.
I mean, really. I just think it's important
totally
to point
okay
that
with
out.
that. And I think you're seeing that in our generation, because we've lived through a lot of this and embraced a lot of this. Plus, real nigga shit, we're just a lot more mature than millennials are at this point in our lives. So, as you get older, you can just accept a lot more of what you see, rather than trying to control your own existence.
Yeah, and I hate to see it. But in hip hop culture, for a lot of these women are just props. They just your decoration. So like, what? You my decoration? How you got a life? How you got feelings and emotions and needs and shit? You just be there.
You're just here to shake your ass.
And I think like for us, like we grew up before rap, doing rap, and current rap. And I hate to put it on rap.
Before rap.
It's a little bit. I feel like kind of like I fucking hate to do it, but hip hop videos and all that shit probably contributed to it. I just know
probably think about
it. Definitely.
I know it.
I remember watching BET Uncut as a child.
Yes.
I remember watching BET Uncut as a child. I remember when Nelly slipped.
Yes.
I remember when he slipped that credit card down her ass. I remember I was young when I saw that shit. Like.
I was old.
It's crazy. It's crazy what you're taught as a young black child, especially as a young black female child. It's not only are you a female, but you're also a black female, which is one of the most hypersexualized things in this world. And I'm damn happy to see women going through this on TV, watching women who are just normal women, who have struggles, who they are showing that they have real struggles. This isn't the perfect life. Like, Nola is not 100% happy with these 4 people. Like, it shows that she's a real human of flesh and blood.
You know what?
That's what's important.
I just had an epiphany. As a black man, all the shit we go through, I be like, I want better images, better this, better that, and I'm tired of the bullshit that they show us in the movies. But I love Boys in the Hood. And I love Menace. You know what I'm saying? I love the Mac. But I'm kind of like fighting against all the negative stereotypes of us in general. And I think that might be like a correlation, like with how women see these shows. Because I'm sitting there like, but Doughboy, like, I guess if I was somebody else, I'd be like, Doughboy was selling drugs. And you happy with that image? And I'm like, but the movie was so much more than just him selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? So I think
that's a very good way of putting it.
I get it. I'm still looking at it like, but Doughboy sold drugs, and you cool with that? When they could have made him a little bit different? It's like, yes, because that's my reality. Like, I know 1 billion Doughboys.
Well, I
get it. I think I just said a moment. Y'all missed where the moment came from. Our little pre-show meeting. But I think I just kind of
there was some heat. There was some heat in the room.
There was some heat in the room?
Oh yeah, there was some heat.
There was some heat in the room?
Yeah, there definitely.
Where did the heat come from?
Came from me.
Oh
no, I can admit it. I was pissed off. Yeah, no, I had to go outside and have a moment, y'all.
Because sometimes we heard your moment.
I'm sure.
We heard your moment.
I didn't care when I told you I didn't care when I came back in. I don't care now.
I love it when they bicker. I love it when they fuss.
So can we move on to the announcement question of the day?
Yeah, let's get that moving because
take a break real quick.
Yeah,
give me some water.
For real. I need some more whiskey.
Come on, News.
Thirsty.
Question of the day.
Show it.
Question of the day. Focus. It's on me. I gotta read every question. The question of the day. I gotta read everything.
You haven't been reading everything.
Are you talking about my dyslexia again in public?
So then,
JB, thank you. Yeah, what's the question of the day?
The question of the day is: what do all of these new
y'all can come back
sexual assault or
wait a minute, he said sexual assault.
As you manhandle.
Wait a minute.
These sexual misconduct cases mean, and what are their repercussions going to be on our society? They're everywhere now, and the interesting part about it is that these aren't cases that are going to go to court. These are accusations that are made, evidentiary or not, that wind up with terminations, people losing their jobs, people stepping down from management, executive positions.
Yeah,
where's that going to take us?
Two? It was Russell Simmons and Al Franken
and Matt Lauer.
Matt Lauer.
Matt Lauer first, then it was Al Franken, and then it was Russell Simmons.
So we're going to talk about that. We're going to take a quick break. So type in your comments. We're back. Somebody type in here that we're not talking about the show no more.
As you have the iPad in your hand to say type it in.
So we'll be right back in about a couple minutes. So I want you guys to give us your thoughts so we can read them. Give us your thoughts about these cases that are being presented now with Russell Simmons, Matt Lauer, Al Franken, Kevin Spacey, Donald Trump, Melanie Dion, all those cases. We want to talk about all of that shit.